The Dr. Fox's sacrifice. For 2 days, a relentless rain had been pouring in the jungle. All the animals stayed huddled in their homes, and the sudden increase in rain brought a chill to the air. The bear hadn't been able to go hunting due to the rain, and his worried wife sat beside him. Their cubs were hungry, and it seemed like the rain would continue for several days. "You should go hunting," the bear's wife said to him. He looked at her with anger and replied, "The rain is so strong, how can I secure food?" Hearing this, she fell silent for a while. Then, after some thought, she softly said, "Some berries, some fruits, some carrion, some birds, surely, you can find something for food. They will come out only when you go out." The bear gazed at the pouring rain outside. The bear's wife, after a brief pause, said, "Go outside, the cubs are hungry. Find some fallen fruits on the ground and bring them." The bear remained silent. The little cub listened to all these conversations. He quietly stood up and, without saying a word, went out into the pouring rain. The bear's wife, after a while, said again, "Go out, the cubs are hungry. If there are fruits on the ground, bring them." The bear remained silent. The little bear had heard it all. He stealthily rose and, without saying a word, ventured out into the pouring rain. He had seen a honeycomb on a tree a few days ago. He headed towards that tree in the pouring rain. He was feeling hungry because he hadn't eaten anything for 2 days. Suddenly, the rain intensified. He remembered his parents and how far he had come now. However, he didn't want to go back empty-handed. Dark clouds were looming overhead. When he reached the berry tree, he forgot everything. The darkness became intense. When he reached the berry tree, where owls were still hooting, he found no honeycomb. The owls were flying fast. Not finding honey, hunger increased even more. He felt very weak. To survive, he stood under a tree. In that state, quite some time passed. On the other side, his parents were anxiously searching for him. The bear, who had not left the house due to rain, was now wandering in the jungle, crying out for him. A considerable time later, the rain's intensity decreased, but light rain continued. The bear, shaking, was wandering here and there. Slowly, he started walking, looking around. After a while, he realized that he had forgotten the way back home. The bear cub began to feel scared. Suddenly, a voice came from one side, as if someone was calling out his name. "Who's there? Who's there?" he asked in a loud voice. "Where are you?" His father's voice was heard. After a while, the bear lifted his cub and brought him home. The cub was trembling from the cold and hunger. "He needs medicine," the mother said, looking at the cub's condition. Dr. Monkey, who was a special student of Dr. Fox, had opened his own clinic. Dr. Fox, the oldest doctor in the jungle, had aged like the king of the jungle, the lion. Going to someone's house to see a patient in such cold weather was harmful to his health. Despite this, animals from the jungle reached him for their children's medicine, and he had to go reluctantly. Now, in such heavy rain, someone kept knocking on his door, but Dr. Fox didn't have the courage to get up and go to the door. He said from there, "Who is it?" "Doctor, my cub is feeling cold. Please give some medicine or herb for him," the bear said. The kind bear was a doctor's patient. Hearing his words, Dr. Fox felt mercy. He said, "Go to Dr. Monkey, my health is not good. I went there, he demands food in return for medicine. I've been hungry for 2 days, from where do I get food for him?" The bear replied. Dr. Fox felt compassion for him. He tied some food and went with him. When they reached home, Dr. Fox first gave the little bear honey. Honey is very beneficial in cold weather. After that, he gave him jungle fruits to eat. Dr. Fox had brought many fruits. Everyone ate a little. Following doctor's advice, the little bear was treated with dried grass from the jungle, which improved his body temperature. Then he was given herbs, and he fell asleep with their effects. His parents thanked God. In such a short time, the rain had stopped. Dr. Fox was very happy that he had been able to help someone in a difficult time. In this happiness, going back to the mud was not feeling bad for him.